Sure. Obviously, it's great to start off and be 1-0. Our team, I thought, came in prepared to play. We got off to the fast start that we like to get off to, scoring 21 points in the first quarter. And I think you can attribute some of that to our fans. Our student section especially gave us that energy right from the start. Obviously, there's always things we need to get cleaned up, which we'll do. But it's good to be able to do it after a win. We played a lot of players. And as you guys know, for me, that's huge because for us to develop our team with the way the game of football is, we're going to need them all. And to be able to play a lot of players in game one really will help our team as we build our depth. We got to turn the page on this one after 24 hours, get our mindset and preparing for Charlotte to be here in the Shell, 7:30, a national TV game with our new NBC partners. Really excited about it. Usually you see your biggest jump from game one to game two, and I'm looking forward to getting us prepared to do that. With that, I'll open it up to questions.
Mike, Corey Dyches today, 6 catches, 108 yards. He had that big one on the first scoring drive. What did you guys see? What were you able to take advantage of offensively to get him so many good?
I think the biggest thing is when you really don't know your opponent, which, first game, a new coach coming from a different program, we made the decision as a staff in all 3 phases that when you don't know your opponent, focus on yourself. And over the course of our summer camp, summer training, Corey's been one of those guys that we've identified as a playmaker. And so what we saw Corey do today was things he did all camp long. And, it started last year with him in terms of the value he gives us in the passing game. And, he had a big day, executed really well, and it was good to see that from Corey.
Hey, Coach.
What's up, Verone?
Pretty pass-happy approach for you guys today in the first half especially.
Wow.
What went into that for you guys?
Pass-happy, okay. We run our offense. When we game plan, we look to see what gives us advantages, and if it's throwing the ball because of the contour of defense they play. They were one of those defenses that plays what we call zero rat, where the safeties are low at 10, they don't back up, the corners really are off, and it's kind of a man coverage. And so when people play man, they get the extra guys in the box. You want to throw the ball. So going into it, we want to start off fast. Our quarterback is our strength, and I'm going to keep talking about we have to play to our strengths. And our quarterback strength or our offensive strength is the type of quarterback we have, the receivers we develop. We do want to run the ball. We know there's going to be a time where we have to, and we'll continue to develop ourselves up front and get the running game going.
Coach?
What's up, Wayne?
Hey, the game day experience was much improved in the stadium, pretty much led by that advertisement that had you singing. Who had the goal to make the game day experience as improved as it was, and how'd you end up doing your own ad?
Well, I guess you don't follow us. Our marketing team over there in Xfinity, they've won a ton of awards there. They do their part to try to get people to want to come see us. Now we just need our fans to continue to come support us and do it for 4 quarters. But the marketing team over there, led by Kerry Blankenship and our guy Looney. Jordan Luby and that staff over there, I mean, they come up with these ideas, and obviously I'm very gullible. I want to do what I can to fill the shell. And so if me singing off key and the air of the night gets people in the stands, I'll do whatever I need to do.
Hey, Coach, you used a lot of guys on the offensive line today. Just kind of what were your impressions of the group?
Yeah, it was a little weird for me. We were substituting offensive linemen in the middle of series, which is not normal. But it goes back to we've got what we think are 9 guys that can play winning football for us. We're trying to figure out the best 5, and so we're mixing and matching. It shows the versatility that we have, where guys can play guard, can play tackle, move guys in the center. And so we're going to continue to try to play as many guys as we can. I like to get settled on the O-line, and we'll get a chance to evaluate the tape and see which group and which group played the best together, and take the next step next week.
Hey, Lox, you talked about that quarterback strength. How'd you feel that Talia did in this first game here this season?
I thought Leah played really well. The things we worked on, the deep ball, he threw a pretty deep ball early in the first quarter that, should have been a touchdown catch by Ty Felton. Obviously had the drop, but I thought our quarterback played really well, made the throws he needed to make. We've got to protect him, keep him upright, but he's also got to help protect himself by, he's a guy that likes to extend plays, and sometimes when he extends them, he gets himself in harm's way, and we'll keep working with him to dirt the ball, not take hits, and he's such a competitor that he's going to continue to try to make something out of nothing, but we've got to keep him healthy, keep him upright.
Between camp and did the mic just go? Oh, you got me. Between camp and this first game, do you feel like he's made a bit of a jump already, would you say? Or
not between camp and the first game. I think from last year to now, I don't know if you saw, but a lot of those deep balls, we had probably 2 or 3 that were right on time, had the right trajectory, went to the right guy, his feet were right. We just got to finish the play.
And then on the defensive side, obviously strong performance overall, but Nathan Kent was able to get outside the pocket a few times, make some plays with his legs. Next week, there's another quarterback you guys are playing that likes to run. How do you patch that up ahead of next week?
I think anytime, and we didn't have a lot of footage on the quarterbacks they had there, so we continue to try to make adjustment. I think the thing that jumped out, when you lose contain on defense, I call it a turnover. And there were a couple of times we lost contain. There were a few times that I thought we got held out on the perimeter where we got to get off blocks. But definitely, we got to level rush quarterbacks like that and try to keep them in the pocket. And that's one of the things when I talk about there's some things we got to get cleaned up. It starts with keeping that quarterback contained in the pocket. Charlotte, what's up?
I'm sure a lot of things impressed you about your defense, probably not giving up a touchdown, one of them, but what else impressed you about the defense today?
I think, we played a lot of players, and if you looked out there, man, you saw true freshmen. Guys that just got off the yellow school bus out there playing in the first quarter, and heavy-handed guys. I like the way we kind of we held them and contained them without giving up big plays. Obviously, we gave up some early 4-yard rushes where they were able to stay on track. We lost contain. We didn't get the turnovers. But our defense, when they needed to stop them, we got the necessary stops.
Mike, what was your impression of Towson?
Pete has a good team, and they've got some talented players. They were well coached. I thought the quarterback, the guy at number 15, like we said, made some plays in the run game. I thought defensively, they were really sound, made good they tackled the ball really well. I think once they get into league play, they'll be a team that'll compete, and you can tell they play hard, which is a reflection of the coach.
We saw as you got later in the game and started to mix some more players in, you also made a switch at the kicker position. Was that just mixing a new player in, or is that something that maybe we can expect to see a little bit of a battle?
No,
at that position?
Jack started cramping a little bit in his calves, and once that happened, we had to get him out of there, and we were very fortunate to have Evan Johnson come in, make a field goal, kick it off. Again, gives us an opportunity to develop a second kicker, but Jack started cramping up there. It was a little humid. We haven't been blessed with this type of heat during training camp, and so all of a sudden we show up game day, and it's one of the hottest days we've had. So it's supposed to be pretty hot this week, so we'll get some good work in the heat and continue to prepare for Charlotte.
Hey, Mike, congratulations on the win. You beat your alma mater, Towson. Just any time to reflect and get some emotion about just what a day it was for the state of Maryland having an in-state rival like that and one that's so significant to you.
Yeah, you know, Damon and I talked about this before the game on the sideline. I mean, what a great thing it is to be able to play local teams, in-state programs. It's great for our state to be able to keep it here in the state. In the perfect world, I'd like to play Towson and Morgan and Howard and rotate it through there over the next few years as one of our games, because it's great for this area to be able to do that. It's great for those programs. So, you know, we play in a tough league with the Big Ten, and it's getting even tougher. So to be able to play the local teams here and give them a chance, an opportunity to play a FBS team like us, and for us to be able to help the communities, it's a great thing. Thank you very much.
Talia will be up there. The other players will be